Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
You recall knocking into Mr. Johnson?
The music's loud, so we start having a good time.
Let me go to Mr. Sanders. Define good time, sir.
We were just, dancing around. The band came on stage, and of course, everyone's excited.
It's not just,
it was not dancing.
Like,
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Don't do it anymore? Okay. In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. You want him to pay $628?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knock my socks off. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. The law talks about something may in fact be true, but can they prove it? And that's what's tough.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Mark Johnson claims he was kicked out of a concert because the defendant started a mosh pit and says his chance to see his favorite band was ruined. Mr. Johnson is suing Stephen Kendrick and Tony Sanders in the amount of $895.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Mr. Johnson, you're suing both Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Sanders for $895. Concert didn't go quite as planned.
So I'd heard on the radio that my favorite band, Tool, is going to be playing. They're one of the greatest rock bands. It'd be like getting to see
Who is it?
Tool.
What type of music do they play? I'm not familiar with Tool.
It's kind of heavy metal, but
Okay.
it's something where, think if you could see like Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin kind of in their prime.
And the two of you went to the concert together, correct?
Yes.
Did you know Mr. Johnson?
No, not before this.
How is it that you all came in contact with each other?
Well, we're buddies with his cousin.
All right.
And his cousin.
What's the cousin's name?
Drake Johnson.
Did Drake also attend the concert?
Yes, he did.
Did Drake go with the two of you to the concert, or did he go with you to the concert, sir?
So he came with me. He originally wasn't even supposed to come. My girlfriend and I bought tickets for her before, like about 4 months before the show. We broke up. And so it was basically like I wanted to bring my little brother with me because I'm kind of introducing him to the Tool Army. That's
Okay.
what
That's what they call it, the Tool Army.
Yeah. So it's kind of that. So I want to keep
Initially,
it
you bought 3 tickets, one for you, the former girlfriend, and your brother.
Exactly. So my cousin was like a charity case.
And he got a free ticket.
Exactly.
And he's into it as well, into Tool?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's in. I mean, it's it's a great
I
rock
got
show.
it. The two of you were planning on going to the concert anyway,
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
Right.
But you weren't going with Drake because Drake didn't buy a ticket.
Right.
He invited us along. We went together. We met up with them a few hours before the concert.
Wait, was it a seating
No,
thing?
we arranged to meet up before, so they were already there a couple hours before. We all started kind of hanging out in the parking lot. They had already been drinking, and we're
Okay.
like, okay, we're gonna have a beer. I'm driving, so
Right.
I'm gotta be responsible. My younger brother's only 20, so I got to look after him too.
Right.
And that's kind of where I already noticed, they were belligerent, and it was.
Was it assigned seating?
No, it was general admission with the tickets we had. So it's essentially like fight for your ground.
Is everyone standing?
It was in the front of the stage. It was standing room.
I got it. And so that's how you all were able to be so in close proximity to each other.
Yes. The band basically, gets on stage. They're about to play their, like, one of the more popular songs, Vicarious, and everyone starts getting amped up. It's a rock show. Like, I get it. People are getting pumped, what have you. And then these gentlemen just kind of start moshing around, throwing their arms, just making...
They're the ones who said, let's get this party started.
Yes.
Let's bump it up a notch.
Exactly.
But their behavior is consistent with other people who attend these types of heavy metal concerts. In other words, it wasn't unique to the circumstances here. This is what happens at these types of concerts. Or am I wrong?
No, it's true. You're correct.
Okay. Is it true that you initiated this sort of mosh pit vibe?
Your Honor,
Is that a yes?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
We had.
Let's keep it simple. Where did this thing take a different turn?
Basically, what happened was, I'm with my cousin, I'm with my younger brother. They start just going berserk, flailing around. I get one of the gentlemen knock into me.
Which one?
And my cousin. I believe I can't remember his name. The gentleman in the purple shirt.
Is that Mr. Kendrick?
Yes.
Do you recall knocking into Mr. Johnson?
I do not.
What do you recall happening?
Well, when the concert started, we had a few drinks before the concert.
Of course.
So, the music's loud, so we start having a good time. And
Okay, let me go to Mr. Sanders. Define good time, sir.
Good time. You go into a concert and it's a whole party environment.
I don't want to know about what happens. I want to know what happened with you. What were you doing to have a good time?
We were just, dancing around. The band came on stage, and of course everyone's excited, so we just started dancing around, and allegedly
and
we
you're
bumped
dancing around, if my recollection is accurate. It's not just, you know, it's
it's not
it's more
dancing.
like,
If you consider committing
pretty
assault,
accurate? Did I get it right? Don't do it anymore? Okay. It's similar to that.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have any rhyme or reason. It's just sort of a feeling, and it sort of encapsulates that moment of euphoria. Is that a good way of describing it?
Yes.
I feel like dancing's an understatement, Your Honor.
Right. It's more flailing.
Coming up on America's Court.
They initiated a chain of events that ultimately caused you to not enjoy the concert. Is that what it is?
Beyond not enjoy. So they caused myself, my younger brother, my cousin be ejected from the venue. We got to enjoy the concert from the parking lot.
And later.
I teach her many lessons just as life goes on.
Do you think you taught her a lesson when you blew off the wedding to go see this guy?
Closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
If we've never felt true fear, how can we be writing about it?
Hey, baby.
Police! Open up!
Is that?
If you know what owns you and you let it, then life's awesome. Especially in Hollywood.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or any other asbestos-related cancer, call now. Asbestos manufacturers sold deadly asbestos materials to thousands of companies, putting workers at risk. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be entitled to a portion of these funds and receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or ever going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 1-800-217-8145. That's 1-800-217-8145. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
The bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again. Your private business is your own. The constant struggle is over. Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands. We pay shipping and use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money-saving coupons. Our counselors will help you choose the right product. And unlike stores, we're always in stock. You'll get what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS, the better way.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog, $45 in money-saving coupons, and free product samples, call 1-800-765-2648. That's 1-800-765-2648.
At Credible.com, we've helped tens of thousands of people save money by refinancing their student loans. In 3 minutes, we'll get you actual rates from multiple lenders. We could save you hundreds of dollars a month.
Visit Credible.com to see how much you could save.
I got things I want to do, but student loans were holding me back. Credible.com helped me save $600 a month with a great rate. Now I can go do what I want to do.
Visit Credible.com to see how much you could save on your student loans.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth.
J.G. Wentworth, how can I help you get cash?
I want to pay off my debt and move into my own place, but I need cash now to do it.
Let's see if we can help. Do you get regular payments from an insurance company? For example, from a personal injury settlement or car accident?
Yes, monthly, and it's been working out okay. The thing is, it's my money and I need it now.
Right. So how does this sound? In exchange for some or all of your future payments, we give you a lump sum of cash now. And since this isn't a personal loan, there's no credit check. What will you do with more cash? Buy a car, get an apartment, go to school? After all, it's your money. Use it when you need it. Call now and you'll also get $25 for receiving a quote.
Call 877-CASH-NOW for your free Cash Now quote. That's 877-CASH-NOW. Call now.
Thanks, J.G. Wentworth.
Hi, I'm Steve Perillo of Perillo Tours, and in Italy we say ciao, but in Hawaii,
we say aloha.
Perillo took us to Maui from Oahu.
Is just out of this world.
Pearl Harbor is just a moving experience.
So you feel like you're a Hawaiian princess.
I cannot wait to go back.
Call now for your free brochure. Call in the next 30 minutes and get this free $100 gift card. And don't forget to ask about our Italy tours. Call 800-874-3996.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Mark Johnson, who is suing Stephen Kendrick and Tony Sanders for $895.
Something happened at some point where this gets out of hand.
Yes,
exactly. Would you concede that it was out of hand, Mr. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Kendrick, would you concede that?
I can't say because I had been drinking, so I don't recall the entire night.
So you feel your recollection is kind of hazy because of the amount of alcohol you consumed.
Right. With what
you have a clear recollection, sir?
It's not exactly clear, but I do know that there was some conflicts that were.
There was pushing going back and forth.
Definitely.
Is that unusual when you're in that mosh pit sort of mentality?
Not when you're
that's
in the
part of the that's part of the experience.
Yes.
And so ultimately, it gets out of hand.
Yes.
Is it fair to say that things often get out of hand as the longer that it goes on?
I mean, it can be.
Okay, so it's not unusual if something gets out of hand.
No, it's true.
Something caused you to be damaged.
Yes.
Which is why you're suing. This $895 represents what?
So it represents the cost of my ticket, my younger brother's ticket, and my cousin's ticket.
And why should both these gentlemen have to split this cost of these tickets?
There's so many levels to it. I mean, the primary...
Let's start with level one. You want them to pay for a concert that you attended.
Yes.
Why?
So I had beer spilled on me. I had essentially, they were the cause of like multiple, what you could say, assaults to myself, to my...
They committed assaults against you?
I mean, in theory, like unwanted
Not
physical
in theory.
contact.
Did they commit assaults against you?
Unwanted physical contact was made to my body.
And the physical contact consisted of what?
So one of them like pushed into me like aggressively.
And then what happened?
And my cousin and myself collided to the ground.
Yes.
And then during this process, we got pushed furthermore into kind of another mosh area. Where
by who?
So it was kind of like, it's like if you push someone in the river and they kind of go downstream. It's like they kind of pushed us.
Well, once you're pushed, if everyone's sort of aware of this pushing and movement going back and forth, and then other people are also in this state of moving you down this river, why are you holding them responsible as opposed to everybody?
Well, they're like the one that, they were the one that pushed me in the water. I didn't want to swim. I just wanted to watch the...
You're using this as symbolism, right? We're not talking exactly.
Yeah, no, there was no water.
All right. No water. They initiated a chain of events that ultimately caused you to not enjoy the concert. Is that what it is?
Beyond not enjoy. So they caused myself, my younger brother, my cousin be ejected from the venue. We got to enjoy the concert from the parking lot.
Why were you ejected from the venue? Were they ejected?
They were not.
No. Why were you ejected?
So when I got pushed and I went to go kind of deal with just the chaos from that situation, I got mixed up with a couple other people that were moshing along with my brother, and then the security came in and essentially thought that we had started the conflict, that we were fighting these guys, where it's more like I'm struggling to just not...
You're talking about not Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Sanders. You're talking about some stranger people that you didn't even know.
Exactly.
Now you're engaged in a dynamic between them that has nothing to do with them.
Yes.
All right. And ultimately, you all enjoyed the entire concert.
Yes. Right.
They got their money's worth. Yep. You, on the other hand, found yourself entangled and embroiled with some other people that you don't know, which ultimately led to you getting kicked out. And were those other people kicked out as well?
My younger brother and my cousin
and the
were
people
kicked
that
out.
you were engaging with this dynamic that caused you to be kicked out, were they also kicked out? I'm not talking about your brother or your cousin.
I don't know what happened to. I think maybe one of the other guys had gotten picked up too.
Okay.
I don't.
All you know is that you got ejected. You didn't enjoy the
that was kind of what I was just in. I'm more
and you want them now to pay because they caused a chain of events that ultimately led to other people putting you in a situation where you lost the opportunity to see the concert.
That is true. All
right. You have proof of the tickets there?
Yes.
All right. You have that. I'd like to see it. Mr. Kendrick, anything you want to answer?
We were, the whole time, like you said, we were having a good time.
Okay. That sounds like you have nothing to add to me. Sir.
Once we started, moshing, I didn't know where he was.
It sounds like you're not adding anything. Mr. Sanders.
I have nothing to add.
Smart. All right, so these are just reflective of the cost. I get it.
There's also parking we had to pay for, and I believe a receipt for drinks as well. But honestly, like the experience,
Did you guys have a meal beforehand that you also want compensation?
Well, no,
I mean, while we're at it.
I mean, the experience I was robbed for was price. You can't put a value on it. Tool.
Well, clearly you can. It's $8.95.
That's. I can't sue them to build a time machine to go back and see the concert.
But $895 would work. It'd be a good start. I get it. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, sir, the gavel must come down in favor of the defendants. There's no nexus to them causing your outcome to be what it was. Now, if there was a situation where you said they started a fight and I was defending myself and I was defending my brother and we all got kicked out, that makes sense to me. But by the time you're kicked out, they're not even near you. So clearly at some point you had the option of going, this is too wild, let's back up. You didn't have to stay in that, but there were some circumstances. I think everyone got a little caught up, but I just don't have enough, and your burden of proof is based on a preponderance of evidence. Preponderance means that at least like 50, 51% that their negligence caused you to not enjoy this concert. I don't have that here. Ergo, your matter's dismissed. Case closed.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendants. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I think we rocked this case, and if you plan on going to a rock concert, get prepared for it to get rowdy.
I think mosh pits should be outlawed at rock concerts. They cost me a memorable experience I'll never get back.